pleasant day to our esteemed participants. This is Police Captain Patricia Anocampo. Today, it is my pleasure to be your Panyerang Police 24/7 at your service. Our topic for today is about the law relating to the Board of Canvassers and the conduct of the upcoming parliamentary elections. Canvassing of votes refers to the process by which the results in the election returns are tallied and totaled. The district, municipal, city, and provincial canvassers prepare certificates of canvass or official tabulations of votes based on the election returns, which are the results of the ballot count at the present level. These proceedings are administrative and summary in nature. As a member of the Board of Canvassers, one is tasked to compile and add the results as they appear in the election returns transmitted to it. This is enunciated in the case of Yao versus Comelec. In 2023, the Bangsamoro Electoral Code was enacted by the Bangsamoro Parliamentary Government. Let's discuss the provisions relating to the Board of Canvassers. For brevity, we shall refer to the Board of Canvassers as BOC. Section 42 of the Bangsamoro Electoral Code states that there shall be a BOC for each province, city, and municipality. Among the prohibitions of the BOC are the following. First, as a rule, the chairman and the members of the BOC shall not be related within the fourth civil degree of consanguinity or affinity to any candidates whose votes will be canvassed by said board or to any member of the said board. This is in Section 43. Number 2, during the period beginning election day until the proclamation of the winning candidates, no member or substitute member of the different BOC shall be transferred, assigned, or detailed outside of his or her station, nor shall he or she leave the station without prior authority of the COMELEC. And lastly, any member of the BOC feigning illness in order to be substituted on election day until the proclamation of the winning candidates shall be guilty of an election offense. Section 46 states that a majority vote of all members of the BOC shall constitute a quorum for the transaction of its official decision and to render a decision. In election canvassing, quorum refers to the minimum number of participants required to conduct a valid meeting or decision-making process. This ensures that there is sufficient representation and legitimacy in the decision-making process. Moreover, quorum guarantees that a certain number of members or representatives are present to verify and confirm the results, making the process fair, credible, and legally binding. Without quorum, any decisions or declarations made would be invalid or not representative of the majority. So, who exercises supervision and control over the Board of Canvassers? Section 48 states that the COMELEC, through the Board of Election Officers, shall have direct control and supervision over the BOC. As a rule, any member of the BOC may, at any time, be relieved for cause and substituted motu proprio by the BDO. This rule is primarily grounded at ensuring integrity, fairness, and accountability in the election process. The election process needs to be transparent and trusted by the public to maintain public confidence in the results. Section 50 of the rule states that the BOC shall meet not later than 6 o'clock in the afternoon of election day at the place designated by the BEO to receive the election returns and to immediately canvass those that may have already been received. It shall meet continuously until the canvass is completed and may adjourn, but only for the purpose of awaiting the other election returns from other polling places within its jurisdiction. As soon as other election returns are delivered, the board shall immediately resume canvassing until all the returns have been canvassed. During the canvassing, it is the duty of the COMELEC to adopt adequate and effective measures to preserve the integrity of the certificates of canvass transmitted electronically and the results in the storage devices at the various levels of the Board of Canvassers. The certificates of canvass transmitted electronically and digitally signed shall be considered as official election results and shall be used as the basis for the proclamation of winning candidates. So what will happen if the election returns are delayed or not transmitted? The electoral body shall observe the continuity plan to be prescribed by the COMELEC in case of a system breakdown or any eventuality which shall result in the delay, obstruction, or non-performance of the electoral process. As a rule, each candidate, political party, or coalition parties shall be entitled to appoint one watcher to the BOC. The watcher shall have the right to be present at and take note of all the proceedings of the BOC, to file a protest against any irregularity in the election returns submitted, and to obtain from the BOC a resolution thereon. So what happens when the election results in a tie? Section 55 states that the BOC shall proceed with the drawing of lots of the candidates who have tied and shall proclaim as elected the candidates who may have favored by luck, and the candidates so proclaimed shall have the right to assume office in the same manner as if they had been elected by plurality of votes. These are the rules under the Bangsamoro Electoral Code pertaining to the Board of Canvassers. As the day of the BARM parliamentary election is approaching, the Philippine National Police is making the necessary preparations to ensure a smooth and secure election process. Part of our preparation is to ensure that law enforcement officers are adequately educated on key procedures and protocols related to the election process. May this lecture serve as a valuable guide for law enforcement officers regarding the Board of Canvassers. For any legal queries or legal assistance, the Panyerong Police 24/7 is here to help you. You may reach our hotlines at the following numbers. It has been our pleasure serving you today. On behalf of the Legal Assistance Division, PNP Legal Service, thank you, and always remember that we are your Panyerong Police 24/7 at your service.